What mysteries does the moon hold? What if I told you that the moon is deeply connected to something even more mysterious, your Kundalini energy? That's right. This isn't just some new age mumbo-jumbo. Yogis have been talking about this connection for thousands of years. So, let's dive into the cosmic dance of the moon and Kundalini energy. And don't worry, I promise to keep it interesting and maybe just a little weird. Ah yes, the moon. That mystical glowing orb in the sky that controls the tides, messes with our emotions, and somehow makes everyone just a little bit weirder during a full moon. The moon's gravitational pull is responsible for the ebb and flow of the ocean's tides, a force so powerful that it shapes the rhythms of the planet itself. Since the human body is composed of approximately 60% water, it's no surprise that the moon's phases also influence our emotions, mental states, and even our spiritual energy. Many traditions believe that just as the ocean responds to the moon, so too does the subtle energy within us. This effect is especially potent in the fluid movement of cerebrospinal fluid along the spine, often linked to the flow of Kundalini energy. Some mystics propose that as the moon waxes and wanes, it stirs the internal waters of our emotions, creativity, and intuition, making certain phases more conducive to spiritual practice than others. Gnostic teachings also explore the profound influence of the moon on human consciousness. In Gnostic cosmology, the lunar cycles are seen as part of the great illusion of material existence, shifting our perception between clarity and obscurity. The moon, often associated with Sophia, the divine feminine wisdom, reflects both the light and the hidden aspects of our inner journey. Some Gnostics believe that the moon governs the cycles of spiritual ascension and descent, symbolizing the constant battle between awakening and falling back into material illusion. The phases of the moon, much like the Kundalini process, mirror the soul's journey from dormancy to illumination, with each phase representing a stage in the alchemical transformation of the self. Ancient yogic texts such as the Hatha Yoga Pradipika and the Shiva Samhita discuss the awakening of Kundalini energy and its relationship with cosmic forces, including the moon. The Tantras, especially the Kaula and Krama traditions, also emphasize the lunar cycle's influence on subtle energies. Historical figures like Swami Sivananda, Paramahansa Yogananda, and Yogi Bhajan have elaborated on how the moon's cycles affect spiritual energy, particularly through Kundalini Yoga practices. Additionally, Vedic astrology and Ayurveda recognize the moon's 28-day cycle as a reflection of nature's rhythms, influencing not only physical health, but also mental and spiritual well-being. Interestingly, this concept is echoed in various spiritual traditions. Take Jacob's ladder, for example, a symbol found in Kabbalistic teachings in Christian mysticism. The ladder represents the connection between earth and the divine, much like the Kundalini energy rising through the chakras. Each rung of the ladder can be seen as a stage of spiritual ascent, mirroring how Kundalini must pass through different energetic centers to reach enlightenment. Just as the moon's cycles dictate the ebb and flow of energy, Jacob's ladder represents the journey of the soul as it ascends and descends through realms of consciousness. Jacob's ladder originates from the biblical story in Genesis 28:10-12, where Jacob dreams of a ladder reaching from earth to heaven, with angels ascending and descending. Esoteric interpretations suggest this symbolizes the human spine and the energetic ascent of Kundalini. The moon's cycles, much like Jacob's ladder, guide the soul through phases of growth, purification, and enlightenment. In Kabbalah, the ladder is linked to the Sephiroth of the Tree of Life, reflecting different levels of consciousness paralleling the movement of Kundalini energy through the chakras. Some mystics even equate the 28 rungs of Jacob's ladder with the 28-day lunar cycle, where each day corresponds to a different energetic state or spiritual lesson. Additionally, Hermeticism, an esoteric tradition rooted in the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, describes the connection between celestial bodies and human energy centers. The concept of as above, so below applies here. Just as the moon influences the tides, it also affects the inner waters of our body and mind, particularly through the spinal fluid, which many believe plays a crucial role in Kundalini awakening. Similarly, the Kabbalistic tree of life mirrors the chakras, with each Sephiroth representing a different aspect of spiritual ascent, much like how Kundalini energy must traverse through each chakra to reach divine consciousness. New moon, the dark void, picture this. The sky is pitch black, the energy is low, and your motivation to do literally anything is at an all-time low. That, my friends, is the power of the new moon. It's a time of introspection, a spiritual reset button where Kundalini energy is more dormant, but incredibly receptive. Think of it like a snake curled up, resting, waiting for the right moment to strike, or in this case, awaken. This phase is deeply connected to the root chakra Muladhara, the foundation of Kundalini energy. Since the root chakra is linked to grounding and stability, practices like deep breathing, grounding meditation, and chanting Lam can help strengthen your foundation. This is the best time to work on clearing fears and insecurities that might block Kundalini's rise. Waxing moon, the rising tide now, the energy starts building. Kundalini is stretching, yawning, and thinking about getting up. The waxing moon phase is all about growth, discipline, and harnessing this upward momentum. If you've been meaning to commit to a spiritual practice, this is the time to do it. During this phase, focus on the sacral swadhisthana and solar plexus manipura chakras, which govern creativity, emotions, and personal power. To enhance Kundalini flow, try hip-opening yoga poses, dynamic breathwork like Bhastrika pranayama, and chanting Vam and Ram to activate these centers. Your creativity and confidence will thank you. Full moon, the peak of power, the full moon. The time when weird things happen, people get extra emotional, and suddenly, dancing under the moon sounds like the best idea ever. And guess what? That's because the full moon is a powerhouse for Kundalini energy. When the moon is at its peak, so is your energetic potential. It's no coincidence that yogis, tantrics, and spiritual seekers all over the world use full moons for intense meditation, chanting, and even ecstatic dance. Your heart anahata, throat vishuddha, and third eye ajna chakras are especially active during this time. Practices to enhance Kundalini flow include heart-opening meditations, chanting Yam for love, Ham for expression, and Om for intuition. Additionally, full moons amplify emotions, so practicing Tritaka meditation, candle gazing, alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shadhana, or even chanting in the moonlight can help stabilize and direct this energy for spiritual awakening rather than emotional overwhelm. In mystical traditions, the full moon is also associated with Soma, the divine nectar mentioned in the Vedas. Soma is believed to be secreted from the brain during heightened spiritual states, activating the pineal gland and enhancing intuitive abilities. The full moon is an optimal time to work with this subtle elixir through deep meditation, mantra chanting, and even fasting to enhance spiritual sensitivity. Waning moon, the release phase, and just like that, the energy starts to settle. The waning moon is like the cool-down period after an intense workout. It's the time to process, integrate, and release. Kundalini energy stabilizes, and you might find yourself feeling more grounded and introspective. This phase supports the crown chakra Sahasrara, allowing you to connect with higher consciousness. It's a time for purification, surrender, and letting go of what no longer serves you. The best practices include silent meditation, japa mantra repetition, fasting, and surrendering to the flow of the universe. Since this is a phase of spiritual detox, it's also a great time for Kapalabhati breathing and visualization techniques to cleanse residual energies. And there you have it, the cosmic connection between the moon, Kundalini energy, and our spiritual evolution. From the grounding depths of the new moon to the electrifying peak of the full moon, this celestial dance is constantly shaping our inner world. But the real question is, how will you work with these energies? Will you harness the power of the full moon for transformation? Will you use the new moon to plant the seeds of spiritual growth? If you felt that pull, like there's something more to this reality, something waiting to awaken within you, then start experimenting. Try a meditation on the full moon. Observe how your energy shifts throughout the lunar cycle. Keep a journal of your spiritual experiences and see if patterns emerge. And of course, if you found this journey fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with others who are on the path. The more we explore these mysteries together, the closer we get to unlocking the truth of our own divine potential. Until next time, stay curious, stay awakened, and keep reaching for the stars. Peace, love, and harmony to all.